All right. Arsenal to give up on Viktor Gyökeres transfer. Oh my God, we are getting in stories from Portugal, and they're really indicating that Arsenal threatens to give up on the Viktor Gyökeres transfer. Anthony Elanga has been announced as a player of Newcastle, and guess what? He has come out and spoken for the very first time after holding that Newcastle shirt. And Petrovic to Bournemouth, here we go, replacing Kepa's Elanga in there for you. Smash like button, comment and share. If I told you watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. This is the third video of the day, and we are talking Viktor Gyökeres into the mix. So guys, continue to subscribe. We want to hit 27,000 subscribers, right? Lower right bottom corner is the place to be. Smash the black button that has already subscribe. After smashing it, hit the notification bell. That will enable you to get notified every time I upload a video onto this beautiful YouTube channel of ours. And also, let's see, close to 300 likes smash on this video. Now, David Sozi, I've heard you really tell me that you think Arsenal is not obviously gonna be signing a striker, and I think this story will obviously send you more in shock. A baller from Portugal. Arsenal are about to give up on Viktor Gyökeres due to the demands of Federico Varandas. The Swedish international remains firm in his intention not to report to Alcochet this Friday, the source adds. So, we also got a story from Record Portugal that Gyökeres remains in limbo. Sporting and Arsenal failed to reach agreement after 3 days without any reapproachment between Arsenal and Sporting Lisbon. The transfer of Gyökeres stalls. Behind the scenes, neither party seems committed or capable of resolving the impasse. So, pride is eating up these. And I told you, why is this gonna be easy for Arsenal? And by the way, this is a blessing in disguise for Arsenal, by the way, because no other team is into this deal of Viktor Gyökeres. That is it. And it's a plus to the club of Arsenal that Sporting knows to it that no bidding war is obviously gonna be really triggered. You get? The player has chosen to play for the club of Arsenal. And for everyone who really thinks that the player is really desperate or what, the player also knows that they had agreed on a 60 guaranteed fees plus 10 million euros of add-ons deal with the side of Sporting Lisbon. You get? And he knew to it that it was going to be very easy for him to really get to the club of Arsenal. But Sporting are making things hard. And the player is like, all right, if you decided to make the things hard, I'm also gonna really make it hard for you. That is what Viktor Gyökeres has gone ahead to do. But Arsenal is expected to get back in the next 48 hours, as I told you in the morning. The anticipation is really high that they might really get back to obviously talking to Sporting Lisbon into the next 48 hours. So Saturday and Sunday, we expect Arsenal to get back to Sporting Lisbon with their final decision on whether they sign their player or not. And Arsenal is out of any negotiations talking to any other strikers. You know, they only want Viktor Gyökeres, and Viktor Gyökeres is also wanting to play for the club of Arsenal. Now, the ego and pride is really eating up these teams, and we're waiting to see who will bow down to the other. And I think it's only a gap of £4.5 million, something that is not much, but I don't know why Arsenal really making it hard. You know, as I told you, my thought or my mind tells me Arsenal is really doing this because they want to do what we call the click game. You understand? They want to do what we call the click game. And what's the click game? Getting clicks. Because Gyökeres is a very big brand, you know, and Arsenal have wanted a center forward for a very long time, and he wants to stay into what we call the news. And if you really get the deal of Viktor Gyökeres done now, everything will be out of context, you know, for the club of Arsenal. So all what they are doing is simple. They are really delaying this deal intentionally, because you can't tell me that if your number one target is a center forward, Why don't you go for him first? And they never went for him first because they knew to it that he had given him first priority. Remember the deal of Declan Rice, Do you know how fast Arsenal went in for Declan Rice? They went in for him because they knew to it that Man City was there, Liverpool was there, Man United was there, Bayern was there, Chelsea was there. 5 teams that are really big were in for Declan Rice, and Arsenal made the first bid. City made a bid that is better than theirs, and then Arsenal went ahead to go to £105 million, and they won the rest. But because they don't have any other team that has threatened to obviously pay money to sign this player, you know what is happening? Arsenal is taking their time. They are dilly-dallying around for a reason, because they know that it's a solo race to run, And I think you will notice that when the right time comes, Arsenal will go ahead and really complete this deal. And now the right time is up to them, But Mikel Arteta wants the player. But the board also has what to do and say about this, And they've spent £5 million on Kepa Arrizabalaga. They've spent £55 million on Noni Madueke, that is 60. They've spent around 53 million pounds on Zubimendi, and how much did they buy Norgard? So they've spent close to £120 million on 4 players so far, and they're going in for Belechi Eze. So it sends you a message that they are doing this on purpose, because if they really wanted to get this deal done and dusted, it's not that they don't have the money. They have the money, but there is the way they want to execute their things. And maybe they don't want to be ransomed. You cannot really fail to hint about that. But we are here to wait and see where this deal will obviously end. But it looks like for now, it has hit an impasse, and Arsenal are threatening to walk out of this deal, where the striker has chosen him over anyone else. Now, Elanga has signed for the side of Newcastle, and in his words, he said that, "I'm excited, I'm really happy, but most importantly, I'm ready. I'm ready to put on this black and white top to really fight for this team and give everything for the passionate fan base that lives and breathes football." He added and said, "I had an amazing 2 years at Nottingham Forest. They really helped me to become the player I am today, but I'm really happy to be here now. The club won a trophy last season and are building something unique, something special that I really want to be part of." That is Anthony Elanga for you. Obviously, Newcastle is building something special, and it's not rocket science to understand that they're really having an amazing project, and they've been competing, and this is the second time in the space of like 2-3 seasons when they are playing the Champions League. I remember they were really part of the Champions League season of 2023. They missed out on playing the Champions League in 2024. 2025, they return back in the Champions League, and something is being built. When you look at Isak, I think he's 24, 25 years of age, right? Elanga, I think is like 24. Then Anthony Gordon is also around the same age. So that front three is really deadly. When you talk about this other player they bought from Leicester City, forgotten his name, who plays as a left forward also, he's also young. Bruno Gyökeres is young. Tenali is young. You understand? So they're really a very good team, and I tell you, what makes a team better is seeing these players playing together for a very long period of time. You remember that Spurs team that reached on the finals of the Champions League that Liverpool beat? Poch had been with that team for a very long time, and they had known each other. The chemistry had really grew huge, and they had really known and understood the mission. Elanga Adnan said, lastly, I really want to pry into the culture, into the DNA of this club. I'm really happy to be here, and I can't wait to get started. So Elanga coming in through is one of the big deals they've gone ahead to do. And remember, they've bought him for £50 million. And Man United really has a profit of 20%. Sell on clause. Remember, Elanga left Man United for £20 million to Nottingham, and the profit is 30 times 20%. That means United is getting like £6 million off the deal of this guy known as Anthony Elanga. That is it. So, after Anthony Elanga spoke, his manager that really went ahead to really get him to the club of Newcastle had the following to say about Anthony Elanga. He said, "I'm delighted to welcome Anthony Elanga to Newcastle. He has been a key target for us, so I'm delighted to secure him at this early part of the preseason. He's an exciting talent with attributes that makes him a unique attacking threat." That's what we've gone ahead to get him through from the manager of Newcastle, and he goes by the names of Eddie Howe. So he was like, he likes him for his attributes. And now, Man City might be one of the most athletic teams, because that midfield of Joe Wellington, Sandro Tonali, and Bruno Gyökeres, it's really very athletic and very mobile. You cannot bully them. They run from the word go until the end. You know that very well. Then, if you add on Anthony Elanga, another force that you are supposed to reckon with in modern football, because he can lead a solo counterattack. He has the energy. Skill set wise, not all that much, but where need be, he can improvise and obviously create a moment of magic. You understand where we are right now with Newcastle. It's really going to be one of the most threatening sides that you're ever going to be watching into the Premier League. So, I'm waiting to see how Newcastle will look, but I think they're really going to be looking very, very amazing. Now, after Bournemouth got a player from Chelsea on loan, and his really loan was was triggered. His release clause was triggered. They've gone ahead, obviously, do the needful, and they've gone ahead to sign Petrovic. And Fabrizio Romano told us that Petrovic to Bournemouth, here we go, after official bid revealed this week for £25 million. Chelsea accept all final conditions. Petrovic will undergo his medical in the next 5 days, as David Austin reports. AFC Bournemouth always been favorite, while Petrovic signs long-term deal. So, I think they've gone ahead to make a very good choice. They never went in for a £5 million goalkeeper, that is Gyökeres that they were with. They've gone in for Petrovic, a player who is really focused on really being their goalkeeper. And they knew to it that even if they really kept Gyökeres there, if another big offer came, Kepa Arrizabalaga would have gone ahead to not to turn it down and really leave the club. So they want the goalkeeper to obviously be at the club of Bournemouth and see how things will obviously go ahead and really turn out. Petrovic is a good goalkeeper, by the way, and that's why he has gone ahead to go in for that amount of money, £22 million in there. So guys, I call upon for your reactions into the comment section about Arsenal threatened to give up on Gyökeres transfer if Sporting Lisbon don't dance to their tunes. What do you make about it? Should Arsenal pull out, or they should keep pushing? Then we are having another story of Anthony Elanga joining Newcastle, and you've heard what he has gone ahead to say. What are your thoughts about it? And lastly, what do you make about Petrovic signing for the side of Bournemouth? And could Bournemouth have gone ahead to sign the goalkeeper they were with before he went to Arsenal for £5 million, or Petrovic was the way to go? I'm out.